The story of Isabella Guzman, an 18-year-old girl who killed her mother and went viral. Is there anyone who is not familiar with the Isabella Guzman case? She is a woman who at the age of 18 killed her mother, Yun Mi Hoy, in their own home in Colorado. Uniquely, Isabella later became famous online because of her strange behavior in the courtroom. Around 2020, a video showing Isabella's expression in the courtroom went viral on the TikTok platform and spread to other platforms. Some people who saw the video even believed that Isabella was innocent and should be released. Because her face is considered aesthetic and has a beautiful appearance, this woman actually gains a fan base. Isabella herself is an American woman who has been in the public spotlight, especially in 2013, after stabbing her mother several times to death. He claimed that the incident was accidental and apologized. Who is Isabella Guzman? Launching CBS News, the police said that Isabella, who was 18 years old at the time of the incident, 2013, had brutally stabbed her mother, Yun Mi Hoy, to death at her home. However, Isabella pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, which the prosecutor also stated clearly. The judge accepted the claim and ordered Isabella to undergo treatment at the Colorado Mental Health Institute, Pueblo. Upon this incident, Isabella's family also admitted that they were shocked. The reason is, apparently Isabella has behavioral problems even though she is always described as a sweet and kind woman. The case became public news in the summer of 2014. Doctors told the court that Isabella suffered from schizophrenia and had been experiencing disturbing delusions for years. According to the doctor, Isabella was predicted not to believe that the woman she killed was her mother, Yun Mi Hoy. Instead, the woman actually believed that she had killed someone named Cecilia to save the world. After more than 7 years of being hospitalized, Isabella said that her schizophrenia was under control. He also petitioned to be released from there.
On my hands, I don't know if you can see or not. I'm not mentally ill anymore. I'm not a danger to myself or others. If I could change it or if I could take it back, I would.
The incident occurred after 21:30 local time, Wednesday, the 28th of August 13. At a relatively young age, Isabella stabbed her mother Yun Mi Hoy, came home after work to death. The 47-year-old woman quickly headed to the bathroom. Not long after, Ryan Hoy heard his wife's screams accompanied by the sound of a punch. After rushing upstairs, Ryan found Isabella blocking his way to enter the bathroom. From behind the bathroom door, Ryan saw blood flowing and immediately called the police. The police arrived after 2 hours and found Yun Mi Hoy covered in blood after being hit with a baseball bat. On his face, there were quite a lot of torn wounds. In the aftermath, Yun Mi Hoy was declared dead at exactly 22:38 local time. Unfortunately, at that time, Isabella was not at the location, alias ran away. Immediately, the police announced a search and informed the public that Isabella had a weapon and was dangerous. According to information, Isabella, who immediately ran away after killing her mother, immediately went to a mini-market near her house. Without losing her mind, Isabella even admitted that she had been raped by a mini-market clerk and asked permission to wash her hair and clean up the traces of blood that had stuck to her body. Quoting CNN, Isabella had to be forced out of her cell on trial day, namely September 5, 2013. While in the courtroom, the woman actually made a series of quite odd facial expressions in front of the camera. He grinned and pointed into her eyes. Isabella's innocence was declared that day to be the talk of many people. Isabella ended up not being imprisoned, and her smile that seemed to express her innocence at court continues to be in the spotlight. Isabella's decision of innocence was allegedly evidence that she had a psychiatric disorder, namely schizophrenia. Finally, the woman was sent to the government hospital in the Pueblo to receive medication and psychiatric care. According to Richard Pounds, the doctor who treated her, Isabella often stared into an empty room and spoke to herself without anyone else around her. He even laughed to himself. Richard said Isabella had delusions that Yun Mi Hoi was not her biological mother, but a woman named Cecilia. For Isabella, it was Cecilia that people thought was her mother, not the other way around. He also killed Yun Mi Hoi and called it to save the world. With this incident, there is a possibility that Isabella will need to undergo treatment in a mental hospital for the rest of her life. George Brauchler, District Attorney for the 18th Judicial District, said Isabella would be in hospital until she was no longer a threat to herself or the community around her.
I was afraid that if I didn't do what he wanted, that he could ruin my life.
See the full story and hear Isabella's plea for freedom. That's tonight on CBS 4 News at 10 o'clock.